takes a while. Takes a while to set up. Okay, very good. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. My name is Michael Matsuda. I'm president and founder of the museum, so thank you all for tuning in. That's very kind of you. I'm here at the Martial Arts History Museum, as you can see behind me, part of the museum. This is part of our Korean section of the Martial Arts History Museum. So anyway, I'm doing right now a simulcast, shall we say. I guess that's the term for it. I don't know. I should know. I've been in film most of my life. But anyway, we're doing two broadcasts. Just to quickly let you know, by doing these dual broadcasts, I'm broadcasting right now live on Facebook, and I'm broadcasting right now the same thing live on YouTube. Now, I'm activating both of them at the same time, and I'm using the same camera. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm doing both. So how does this help me? Well, you know, with Cynthia Rothrock, my good friend and business partner, with her page or her Facebook page, she's got like 44,000 followers, but it doesn't translate to YouTube. The same people that watch Facebook don't always watch YouTube, and getting those people to watch Facebook and YouTube, you know, is a hassle. And so that's why I'm doing a broadcast on both YouTube and Facebook. This way, I am making minutes on YouTube. Every time someone watches on YouTube, I get the points for the YouTube for monetization. So the more they watch on YouTube, the more points I get. So if two people are watching this at the same time, it's double the points, shall we say, double the minutes. Anyway, Sean Foon says hello. Danny Lopez says hello. Danny, check your mail. I just sent you a nice package. I just really want to thank all those who are part of our Patreon account. It's another account. It's called Patreon, and it's set up for artists. It's for patrons, you know, artist patrons. And if you like an artist and want to support them in some way, you give a little money, and in return, they give you a few little goodies. And in this case, we're able to give them videos ahead of time before anybody sees these videos. They get them first, so that's kind of cool. We try to put the names on all of them, but remember, we made some of them a long time ago, so the names aren't always on there when we put it up. We've got, when I say that, we made a whole bunch of biographies, a ton of them, and we put them all on YouTube, okay? And then we let everybody on the Patreon see them first before anybody else. And then we kept them on there, made them unlisted, but now we are making them available to you. Now it's been a while. So on YouTube, yes, on YouTube. So you guys can now see it. And then we were trying to put the names of the people on those videos. So which is kind of cool, the way to say thank you to them. So thank you, Danny. Thank you, Sasha. And thank you to Randy for being wonderful, and Carl Totten, wonderful Patreon, and a few others, wonderful Patreon people. For those of you who are in the higher level, like Danny Lopez and Sasha and Randy, we just sent you a box of goodies, nice little goodies. Today, I just came back from the post office and mailed it to you, so you should get them pretty soon. So I hope you enjoy those. We're doing the best we can with what we have. So anyway, as far as the museum is concerned, we are holding on. Okay, guys, we are holding on. Okay. I know many schools have closed. I understand that. I've seen them. I've seen them close, guys. I've seen them close. And we are hanging on. We are hanging on. Again, we did everything we could to put funds away since 1999. So just in case something like this would happen there where we would be able to survive, and that's where we're drawing from those funds. And so as we saw the light at the end of the tunnel is there of the funds, shall we say. So what we're doing is asking people, Sensei Emmett, thank you. It's very kind of you. Sensei Emmett says, must get on Patreon. I didn't know you had one. Yes, keep in mind, Patreon is a donation. It is not a donation to the museum because Patreon is not a 501c3 organization. It is your thankfulness to the artist, okay? And then in turn, the artists give you a little bit fun things along the way. And that's what Patreon is about, supporting the artists. So I want to say thank you, all of you guys, for supporting me personally and helping me put on these things and create these biographies and all that. All that money that comes in goes to the biographies, and paying for the camera person and paying for everything else to do that. So that's how we're able to do the biographies through the Patreon fund. So thank you, all of you, for being part of Patreon. That's very, very kind of you. So anyway, that's on Patreon / I think it's Martial Arts Museum. I think if you check there on Patreon, patreon.com, Martial Arts Museum. Thank you for thinking of us, Sensei Emmett. Very good, very nice of you. So anyway, what else is happening? So yes, we are surviving. We are so glad that we did this fundraiser. We have reached $21,000 of our goal, or $25,000. We have 2 weeks left in our campaign, and we're going to start pushing that campaign a little bit more. Less than 2 weeks, I think 10 days left, and we're going to really start pushing that. If we're trying to get 4 more thousand to reach our goal of 25,000. That was our total goal, and people have sent in through mail-in, through Facebook donations, and everything else. They have sent in funds to help us out. And that's very kind of you, very generous of you to help us out during this time period. It has been a hard time for us. As you know, the museum's been closed since April, so we've been closed. And, it's just amazing. We haven't been able to open up. There's a question. I did an interview with the museum inducted this week and posting tomorrow, the great Michelle Mano. I've been trying to get Miss Rothrock for months. I'm going to talk about that 2 seconds. Thank you for bringing that up, Sensei Emmett. But let me just finish this part. So anyway, we have been pushing our way through this time. We didn't have Dragonfest, and that was a big bulk of our money to help out the museum, and then we didn't get to have that this year. And then we also weren't able to open up and have our events. Our events pays for this whole place, and we weren't able to have any events. So the funding from this GoFundMe and everything else is really helping us out. So I want to say thank you to everybody that are seeing us through this whole thing. Hopefully we're on our way down from once the vaccine has come, and then it's on its ways down since the vaccine, and then people get the vaccine, and then places can start opening up again. So we're just excited about the vaccine that's out. That's a record number. Thank you to everybody who put that vaccine together and all the different programs they use to get it through. Many thanks to everybody for that. Sensei Emmett says about the Hall of Famer Michelle Mano. We just posted just a little while ago a video that 2 of our wonderful people put together. William Chris Ford and Jim Towns put together a fantastic biography of Michelle Mano. They did that for the museum. That's very, very kind of them. And so we are now putting that on our Facebook page, and which is linked to YouTube, and that way people can see that, and we get more minutes on the YouTube and get all monetized and all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun to do Michelle Mano. And since Emmett mentioned Cynthia Rothrock, I've been trying to get Cynthia for months. It has been, I just want to, Cynthia and I are very close, my business partner for many, many years. And right now she's going through a very hard time. And, her mom just passed away. I'm not going to get any details, talk about any details on that. It's up to her to share whatever she wants to share. And, but I thought it was wise for her to, get out a little bit, be away for a while. Sometimes you just got to be away when death happens. And I know that death has hit my door quite a bit in the last couple of years. And sometimes you just need to get away for a while. And I've asked her if, to get away for a while as well. And I'm glad she is. Sometimes you just need to get away. And it'll be a while for you to get a hold of her, Sensei Emmett. Her and I used to go out every couple of weeks out for dinner. But right now she needs to be out there for a while. And you know what I mean. I'm not even going to explain anymore. You guys know if you had a death in the family, especially those very close to you, you know what I mean. So I'm not going to say anything more. So maybe in a few more months, you'll be able to get a hold of Cynthia Rothrock. So it'll be a while. She's just a beautiful girl, wonderful friend. She's been just a dear friend to me for many years, and I cannot say enough about Cynthia Rothrock. She's just an amazing person. She's as true as you see her. Many people you meet, and I can say that personally, being in the martial arts since the 60s, yeah, I'm an old fart now in the martial arts. In the 60s, you get to meet everybody. And over the years, because they weren't big people back then, they were just competitors or whatever. And you get to meet everybody over the years. And some people you are so glad you were able to meet, and you really looked up to them. And some people you just say, "Oh, I wish I never met them. I'm so sorry I met them," because there's just some are not good people at all. I'm just saying that. But Cynthia is someone who's tried and true, a beautiful, beautiful person inside and out, and just a wonderful personality. And I'm so honored to be called her friend and her business partner. So it's going to be a while since Emma. It's going to be a while before you get a hold of her. But enough said on that. Enough said on that. So what else is going on at the museum? We are thrilled to death. Give me 2 seconds, guys, to grab this. Give me 2 seconds, okay? Okay, thanks for coming back. Okay, I got some really cool stuff. They just came in. I've been. This is from money that has come in from other sources. So I want to say thank you for everybody for donating for this. So this is very cool. All this is from other sources. None of this is coming out of the museum's account. All this from other sources that have been helping us. So that's so cool. Here is a ripped up black, brown with black. Okay, here's a ripped up museum logo one. Here is a kind of brownish, blackish ash color hat. Here's a military style hat. Okay, and then here's my favorite. This is my spaceship hat. See, is that pretty cool? For my sci-fi fans, I'm a big sci-fi guy. Anyway, there's a bunch more. There's a bunch more than this, of different styles. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to launch our caps area. I have been making caps for the museum. Daniel, hello. Danilo Henriquez says hello from Brazil. Thank you very much. So I have been making these caps, a bunch of different variety of caps. People love the kind of caps that we have. And so every time we come to the museum store, the thing that people buy the most has been the caps. That has been our biggest seller, and the great margins for us as well. And it's been selling far greater than the T-shirts, far greater. The caps is like 10 to 1 almost. And so I said, okay, let's go and start making more caps that people enjoy. We're getting a little low, so let's make some new designs. So I started making other designs, a Shotokan design, and a bunch of other designs. And I said, but the ones, even though I made the other designs, the ones that sell the most are the ones with this logo and the museum logo itself. And I said, okay, we're going to focus on that. If you ever been to Dodger Stadium, which you'll love, okay. Oh, look at Emmett says, must email you too and have you on the podcast and help promote the museum. Thank you so much. Happy to do that. Happy to be on anybody's broadcast. We do it all the time, and we're just happy to do that. So let me know when you want to do it. Thank you, sir. So anyway, the caps have been a great thing that people come in. Right now we're allowed to have the museum store open. So the store part of the museum is open. So you can buy caps and things like that there. And so I wanted to do, branch out a little more and start offering purchase by mail, purchase by internet, caps and different things. I just had not done that. I put it all on Amazon, but I want to do these caps. I want to do them here. So that's what I just did. I just got the caps in literally yesterday, and it was kind of cool to get them in. And there's such a variety of caps. I'm looking at them right now, a whole big variety of caps and a lot of different styles. So I'm going to be putting these caps now. I'm going to start shooting them this week. And then I'm going to put them on the museum's store page and just for caps. Okay, so I'm going to make museum caps or whatever we want to call it. I don't know what name, but we're going to put the caps on there so that way it's easier to mail, it's easier to send, one size fits all kind of thing. And the unique style of caps, people like the dragon a lot, and it's kind of cool. I really appreciate it when people send me photos wearing the cap. That is so cool. The cast of iCarly all have this cap. If you like iCarly, the cast all have that cap. A bunch of other groups, singing groups and all that. Tyler Perry and all those guys have this cap. So which is kind of cool. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has done that, have gotten the cap. That's pretty good. Richard Bash says, hi, Michael, a man of many hats. Got to get a new one. I just got him in, Richard. Just got him in. Tomorrow, the museum store is open, and I'm putting them on the shelves today. So anyway, I'm going to have them on the shelves tomorrow, Thursday, when we're open. So anyway, I'm going to get those caps, shoot those caps, and then make them available for purchase. So that'll be pretty good. You know, I've never done a mail in, mail out stuff. I just did it through Amazon, but I'm going to start doing more of that here at the museum. So you guys going to get a plethora, how they say, of caps, different kinds of caps. And just like the Dodgers, you know, you've been to the Dodger Stadium. If you've been to the Dodgers, which I love the Dodgers. I love the Dodgers. I cannot say enough. Before I talk about this thing, I just want to say many thank you to the Dodger organization. I cannot say enough of all of Los Angeles teams, the Rams, and we had the Raiders and the Chargers and the Lakers and the Clippers and the Angels and everybody else. Of all the teams, I want to say a big hats off, big thumbs up to the Los Angeles Dodgers. These people continue to go out of their way to helping the community. All their players are out there giving food out there, doing, you know, different things for the community. Unlike the other ones, I don't see hardly anybody of the other teams ever doing anything like the Dodgers have. Their Dodger organization for being so generous to the Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley community. They have gone far above and beyond anything you can think of. The biggest players of them all are out there helping out and giving up their time to help out the community. So I cannot say enough of the great Los Angeles Dodgers. You are not only champions of the world, but you are champions of our hearts as well. So many thanks and congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I just want to say that real quickly. I have a deepness in my heart for the Dodgers, and not just a team. They're just not just a team. There are people that have making history and having a place in all our hearts. So, as you know, Tommy Lasorda passed away. We are deeply saddened for that loss. My father met him once, and that was kind of cool that he was able to do that before he passed away. Anyway, that's enough about the Dodgers. But anyway, speaking of the Dodgers, if you ever go to Dodger Stadium, there's an area you see the caps, okay, or even a caps place, and it'll say the big shelf, and it'll have Dodger caps, and it'll say the LA, you know, the L with an A, okay, and it'll have it in different colors and different styles, but it'll have the same logo, LA, but it's a black on black, black on red, black on, you know, all over. And I said, you know, we're going to do that for the museum. Let's do it with both the museum logo. So the logo itself, where is it? Okay. So the logo itself, okay. And what's the logo? where is it? Okay. Sorry about that. And the dragon on different ones. So that's what we're doing. Put them on a different style. So we're doing the same thing the Dodgers are doing. They do a great job. So we're going to do the same thing with the museum and try to keep with the museum 2 or 3 logos. We have the Hall of Fame logo that we're going to be putting out, and the museum production logo that we're going to be putting out for people to purchase on caps very soon. But I like my flying saucer cap. Isn't that cool? I drew that myself. You know, it's kind of cool. Yeah, and it's for the sci-fi fans. You know, I'm a big sci-fi fan. Star Trek, Star Wars. Although as I go to those conventions, I do all the time. Comic-Con I went last year. It's a lot of fun. And I said, you know, let's do a few caps for sci-fi. It might even sell pretty good. So that just came out today. Literally, just came out today. It's not online yet, but I'll have it online pretty soon. Okay, what else is going on? Sorry, take a little drink here. Sorry, went down the wrong tube. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I think that's about it. Anybody have a question? Oh, there's a couple questions over here. Let me see. Sensei Emmett, does the museum cover much of the historical martial arts? Excellent question. Thank you, Emmett. And our Air Nation says, we love you, Michael, and your museum will be supporting as best as possible. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. The museum is survives by your support. By your support, it survives. So thank you, everybody. Um, your question, Sensei Ahmed. Yes, the museum's all about history. We had quick info, guys. When we started the museum, we took it on the road as a traveling exhibit, and we were trying to see what people wanted. What was going to get their attention, what they're going to read about, stuff like that. And we had started. We did a different variety of different things, and one of them we tried a who's who. Pictures of different people, well-known people in the martial arts. It was our worst showing ever because even though we know who they are, nobody else knows who they are, and they didn't even read about it. They didn't even want to read about it. They didn't recognize the face at all. Well, what we decided to do over many different research and all that, we decided to base the museum on history and connecting from Asia. Okay, this is primarily an Asian museum. Okay, the goal is the history, the roots of the martial arts, mostly in Asia. That's what our focus is on. Later on, we'll open the door to many, but right now we're focusing on Asia. And it's how the martial arts played a key role in each country's history. Like the Kung Fu played a key role in the Boxer Rebellion, in Chinese history, played a key role in the Shaolin Temple, played a key role in their warriors and all that. Same thing, the Japanese art played a key role in the samurai and the artistry and the kabuki and all that. So we took the artistry, the music, and the different aspects of the martial arts from each country. China, Japan, Korea, the Philippines, and so on, and how the martial arts made an impact on that country, and then how those arts came to America and the rest of the world, and how they influenced our film, became part of American history, became part of world history, and from then on. So that's what the Martial Arts History Museum is about. It is a look at the history, culture, and tradition of the martial arts coming primarily from Asia to America and to the rest of the world. And that's what's the primary look. So that's why you see different things behind me, from the fans to the Chinese lions that we have here used by Kung Fu practitioners, to the drums and the different things that we have, the lua and all this stuff that's part of history, okay, part of culture, and that's part of the martial arts here in America and how it changed and influenced America today. In a nutshell, that's what the museum is about. Okay, in a nutshell, we don't provide family trees. Why? Because there's so many family trees, and they're not. A lot of them never wrote anything down. Sad to say, a lot of stuff is hearsay. A lot of stuff is what we know, passed down from our teacher to teacher to teacher, and a lot of the stuff has been mixed along the way. And so we don't. We cannot provide an accurate lineage of anybody. I know there are some that have an accurate lineage, but we can't say yours is acceptable and yours is not. We're not the police. Okay, so we don't provide a family tree, but we do provide those individuals who made an impact on history here. That's what it's about. So in a nutshell, that's what it's about, Sensei Ahmed. So what I mean. You guys know what I mean. So that's why how it looks in the museum. Very cultural and very traditional and very historical. And history is what it's all about, history. Okay, very good. Next question. Anybody have a question? Let's see here. I'm looking on here. Jose, thank you for watching. Jose Gipti, is that right, Jose? You do a great job and always have. Thank you, Jose. It's very kind of you. Very kind. Let's see who else is another question. Okay. We do our best. We do our best. We do our best. We don't know everything, and we get help from everywhere, and we do our best to provide as accurate information as we can for the public to enjoy the martial arts and enjoy martial arts history, and that's what we do. Okay, so anyway, that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to point out real quick before we go. Right now, we have been broadcasting simulcast for exactly just about 25 minutes right now. Now, there have been 4 people watching on YouTube. YouTube takes those 4 people and times 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. So 4 times 25 minutes, that's an hour. 100 minutes, okay? That's now, I'm not a mathematician. So 4 times 25 minutes is 100 minutes, right? Okay, so 100 minutes has now been logged into our YouTube account by 4 people watching it for 25 minutes. That's why it's important to do a broadcast on YouTube, because you're gonna, the amount of many people watching, that times the amount of minutes, okay? So we now have 100 minutes of watch time now on YouTube in just 25 minutes. You understand what I mean? So anyway, that's kind of cool. Oh, there's a question here. Richard says, flying saucer. I know, isn't it great? Isn't that cool, flying saucer? You know, I worked really hard on that. And, you know, what I did is I looked, if you can see it, okay. Got it? Okay, it came out really good for an embroidery. Not bad. You know, what I did is I looked at other flying saucers and looked at, you know, drawings. And then I closed my eyes, put that away, and then I started drawing on my own because I didn't want to copy them. So I just wanted to look at them as a reference, and then I put it on my own, and that's how I created it. I try not to copy it. I just try to make a different version, even though they look kind of the same, you know, flying saucers from Mars, you know. But I try to use my own version of it, put it on there. Okay, here's a question. How is everybody doing? Have a wonderful January. Oh, thank you, Troy. Lisa Pitch, thank you for Lisa, always donating every month. Lisa Pitch, thank you, so kind of you, so kind of you. From Texas, right, Lisa? From Texas. Lisa says, you've probably been asked this question already, but what about Dragonfest this year? Will it be virtual? Okay, excellent question, Lisa, about Dragonfest. I have contacted the Pickwick Gardens today, matter of fact, today, and I've asked for 2 dates. Right now, I've asked for August 21st, I think it is, and 22nd, Saturday and Sunday, and to see if we can get those dates. I'm going to have it penciled in. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have it penciled in for that time period, okay? It's going to be Pickwick Gardens. You know, I try to keep it in Burbank as much as I can because funding and helping us out in Burbank, they're very kind to us. Sadly, this year we're not going to get any funding because the money that's brought in for the funding is based on the hotels. And since nobody stayed during 2020, they didn't get any funding. Those extra funds that they get, they donate to us as a sponsor, and nobody stayed at hotels the year. So we're not going to get any of those funds. So we're going to start out not a deficit, but we're going to start out pretty, you know, well, yes, deficit. And, you know, these things cost a lot to put on. They really do. So so we're going to see what happens, Lisa. We're going to see what happens. But I've asked for the dates already, and I'm waiting for a call back from them. So my goal is to have it this year. My goal is to have it this year. Elisa says, fabulous Las Vegas. You know, Las Vegas is okay. We had a convention there in Vegas called Star Bash, and it was just a big hassle dealing with the whole thing in Vegas. It was a big hassle, and I'd rather not go through it again. You know, I learned my lesson well. So no, we're not going to have it in Vegas. So we're doing our best to have it back here in Burbank. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're gearing for August 21st and 22nd. We don't know yet. We don't know if the venue, the place is going to be available. And we don't know if the vaccine is going to be all done. And who knows with, I'm not even going to say anything about politics, but who knows what's going to happen? You know, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. So anyway, Lisa says, that's where I live, not Texas. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. Lisa's from Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa Pitch from Las Vegas. Thank you. My mistake. Sorry about that. So anyway, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. You've been so kind. And I think that's it. Last thing before I go, don't forget, El Rey Network is still showing the Camacho experiment. So please take some time. If you have El Rey, watch a Camacho experiment. That'll be fantastic. And then Karate Kid has my dear friend Tamla Tomita this last season. So she goes to my Japanese community center. Dear friend, we actually danced together last year, which was kind of cool. So congratulations to you, Tamla and Tomita, for being back on the Karate Kid, the Cobra Kai, the Cobra Kai this season. So, and then to Gina Carano, congratulations, Gina, for being someone who's on there, and Diana Santo on Star Wars, so Mandalorian and all that. Donnie Yen, thank you to all our martial artists. So thank you. And congratulations to all of you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Take care. Oh, Sean, the caps are $20. Caps are $20. Same thing here, $20. Okay, take care, everybody. I will talk to you later. Okay.